Heidi, hi. Hoping to see somebody very soon. Unless you're all tired from staying up watching the royal wedding. Maybe I'll be on my own tonight. Who knows? Who knows? I'll just sit here for a while and see if anybody else turns up. Oh, hi, Artie Raindrop. I thought I was going to be on my own for a moment then. Hey. Oh, I think we're on. Oh no, Addie Star and Chrissy B. Oh right, yeah. I watched. I watched the royal wedding. You see, I got dressed up for the occasion. Oh, I'm frozen in time. Oh, am I? Yeah. Yeah, the wedding was great. I was a little disappointed in the commentary though, because before the wedding, I wanted to see who everybody was and what they were wearing, and they kept talking to these people in the studio. And yes, Jean, I've got me fascinator on that I wore for the wedding. I wasn't an actual guest, but we'll just gloss over that a bit. I joined in spirit in my little armchair. Yeah, I probably had a better view actually than people that were standing outside, didn't I? But never mind. I missed the atmosphere, of course, didn't I? Yes. Yeah, I never had a chance to wear my fascinator. I wore it for a wedding once about quite a few years ago, and it's been in its little box ever since. So I thought, oh, good excuse to wear my fascinator. So I did. It's got flowers on the top of it. You can see it. Ooh, flowers, and then these like petal things with wire. Hi, Katrina. If I wobble my head too much, it'll probably fall off. It's only held on by a comb. And I'm not wearing the latest in choker fashions, by the way. My neck's been giving me grief, so I've got my neck thing on with magnets. So I decided to trim it up a bit. Being me, it has to be blingy, doesn't it? So I decided to pin a brooch on it to make it look a less like a surgical support. It's been absolutely beautiful today. Yeah, we went shopping, my niece and I, after the wedding was finished. We thought everybody else would rush into the supermarket, but they didn't. So. Oh, hi, Craft Angel. Excuse me while I have a drink. It's not alcoholic. I'm not toasting the bride and groom. It's just a coffee. Oh, it's a bit hot. Hi, Kim. See, I'd have worn my fascinator for your wedding, Kim, but I didn't know about it. Well, I didn't get to see it, did I? So, otherwise I would have worn it. I've got 3 actually, but the others were pink and they didn't exactly go with red. So, I don't know where Mr. GG was. He was with his parents, so. Yeah, coffee is better for me. Hoping I'll stop yawning today, as I was yawning my head off last week. I was so tired. So at the moment, I'm not feeling tired, so I'm doing okay. I love all the pomp and ceremony and everything. And I love to see what people are wearing and the flowers. And like obviously the horses and the horse guards parade and everything like that. Whoever's being married is immaterial to me. I just go to see the outfits. So I was so disappointed when they didn't show as many people's outfits as I wanted them to do. Yeah. Yeah, it was very. Oh, the wedding dress was very, very nice. Yeah. Understated in a way, but that was just her. I don't think she wanted anything too meringue, did she? I thought it was just her personality, just plainish. She doesn't really go for anything too frou-frou, does she? So I thought that was a good choice. Hi, Anita. Yeah, it was made by Givenchy, wasn't it? I think. Yes. Yeah, it was. My wedding dress was only quite plain, really. It was just white crepe with a little bit of guipure lace. I don't like frou-frou and fancy meringues and things like that. Let me just see if I can raise my camera up a little bit. Is that a bit better? No, it's a bit worse, but never mind. Maybe that's okay. I'll leave it at that. I finished the pink and white sweater, as you can see behind me. The armholes are a bit low, so I think anybody who buys it will need to wear a little white vest under. I didn't spend an awful lot of money on my wedding dress either, Kim. Yeah. I'm not one of those, what they call bridezilla brides, yeah. I went to the wedding shop and she picked out a few things and I knew they weren't me because they were all really frou-frou and netty and all stuff. And I thought, no, that is not me. And then she said, well, this is quite a plain one. And I went, oh, I like that. I tried it on and she had one in my size and I said, that'll do. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Juanita. No. I mean, you can get a pretty dress, can't you, without having to. Yeah, but you probably wear it a lot more than you will wear your dress, Kim. No, I didn't see the point in spending an awful lot of money on something I wasn't going to wear again. It was worn again, but not by me. It was worn again by a friend of mine who couldn't afford a wedding dress. So she borrowed mine, the veil and everything. And unfortunately, I think it brought her as much luck as it brought me because I think she got divorced. It must be something about the outfit. I never did get the shoes back. I got the dress and the hat back, but I never got the shoes back. Not that there's many occasions to wear white satin shoes with a flower on them, is it? But at the time, I thought it would have been nice to have got them back. Oh, that coffee is too hot to take my tablets. Hi, Jill. I'm on cordial now because I want to take the couple of my tablets. Oh, yeah, I could walk in a dress. It was slim, but it wasn't that slim you couldn't walk in it, you know what I mean? Hi, Nathan. How are you? Oh, the wedding was, yes. I love pomp and ceremony and horses and everybody in their best, everything's shiny. And the only time I had a bit of a laugh was when one of the horses went a bit bonkers coming down the long straight thing, decided it was going to almost dive into the crowd, but luckily there was nobody just where it went and dived. The pounds to dollar, I've got no idea, Alita. I'm not very good with that sort of thing. I'm sure somebody on here will be. I look as though I'm having a chaser, don't I, with my coffee, but my coffee's still too hot to have a drink out of. Hello, Imagination Dragons. Are you going to be good tonight? Going to be a good lad? I presume you're a male. Yeah, I know. Did you watch it? It was great. You went to site that's everything is in pounds. I went to the site the other way, that Wish thing, and everything was in dollars. And I saw a lovely dress that was £12, but it was £12 for the postage, so I didn't bother. I liked the dress, but not £24 worth of dress. So it went back out of my cart. Yeah, that's the only trouble. It's the postage that costs everything. Yeah. You stopped to say hi. Well, hi to you. Hi to you. I hope you've had a good day. Hope you watched the wedding, if you're interested, that is. So imagine young men your age, I'm presuming you're a man, young men your age don't get thrilled with weddings. Oh, does it? I'm glad you told me that, Alita. Hello, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a baseball cap that hasn't come. But the thing with ordering from eBay is it does, they do give you your money back if it doesn't come. I'm quite well, Vanessa, thank you. I'm hopefully not going to fall asleep this week. You just joined, did you, Vanessa? I'm doing well. Oh, gosh. No, my hat didn't, actually. I ordered one that came from the UK, allegedly. Although I found with with eBay, a lot of places say they're coming from the UK and then they don't come. And then you find out they were supposed to be coming from Asia. I mean, unless it's something I'm not bothered about, like buttons or, ribbons and things I'm not rushed for, I don't mind ordering from China. Oh, Prince Harry, yes, he is very down to earth, yeah. I mean, they didn't go by the book, did they? The way they kept grinning at each other halfway through the ceremony. I mean, William was better trained. Yeah. Yeah, I think William's wedding was more formal. I think Harry's was a bit more fun. The only thing was that preacher, didn't he go on and on and on? Oh my goodness, I thought he'd never shut up. Yeah. I thought I was going, oh, where he ought to finish. You see, I don't know how long he talked for, that preacher, but dearie me, half the congregation were nodding off. Oh, hi, who knows? William and Harry's surname, I think they actually go by Windsor, I'm not sure. They don't really have a surname. Yeah, I think when he was in the forces, there were William Windsor and Harry Windsor, I think. Oh, you got a bad head cold, have you? Yeah. I've got a headache, but it's her new last name. Well, she's going to be the Duchess of Sussex, isn't she? Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So she won't kind of have a last name. If you noticed at the wedding ceremony, they didn't say, Henry's last name. They just gave the Christian names. No, I don't think it's Mountbatten Windsor. It's could be Windsor, but she'll just be known as the Duchess of Sussex. Duchess, yes. Duke and Duchess. Hi, Christina. Yeah, the Duke and Duchess. I think the dress complimented her. I didn't think that she would have a frou-frou, fancy-dancy dress. I didn't think she would do that. I thought she would have something plainer. It's more the fashion these days, isn't it? Not to have things that are too fussy. If you remember in the 70s, all those wedding photographs where they had all this big hair and then they had these massive big mutton and leg sleeves, and now their wedding photographs look so awful and so dated. I think they choose things that won't look stupid in about 20 years' time. Where Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups there. Where am I? I'm in Manchester. Well, near to Manchester. Yes, I wish that they would have shown, you know, part of, maybe there'll be photos later, that she was changing her dress for the, well, she would have to with that long train, wouldn't she? Getting everybody's way, for the dinner and everything. Hi, Tina. Tea and biscuits. You're from Urmston. My late sister-in-law lived in Urmston for a while. Yeah. We went a couple of times when she was there. Mm-hmm. Her other dress is plain too, is it? Yeah. I didn't think she'd have anything too fancy. It's not her style, is it? You know. Yeah, the Queen always wears bright colours, apparently, so that people can see her from a distance, and so that they can always say they've seen the Queen, even if they've only really caught a glimpse of the bright colours of her outfit. That's why she always wears something jazzy, if you know what I mean, the Queen, so that people can see her. Unless it's a funeral or anything, she never really wears anything dark. Yeah, I think, Meghan's mum, she looked as though she was crying, didn't she? She looked very, very tearful. All right, you're leaving. Okay, sorry, Vanessa. See you later. Bye now. Yeah, I think Meghan's mum was a little overwhelmed by it all. No, I've never done a corner to corner. The Queen and her mum. Oh, the Queen and her mum. Yeah, we're in the same colours, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, there wasn't anybody that came from her family. I mean, you know, she didn't have a father there, and she wouldn't have invited the other two, would she? So there wasn't anybody there. I just hope her sister shuts up now. Very embarrassing lady. Yeah, it was sad she sat on her own, but obviously that was her choice. She didn't bring another person with her, did she? She probably got the traditional wedding invitation that said, you know, the +1, but she obviously didn't have a +1 to bring. Yes, he was. Kate and the Duke were not speaking. Yeah. I mean, they probably have family. Meghan probably has family. But maybe she just didn't want to invite them. There's always black sheep in every family, isn't there? Unfortunately, she seems to have a couple. Yeah. Andrew is just Prince Andrew, isn't he? Yeah. But apparently Meghan asked Prince Charles if he would walk her down the aisle when she found out her father couldn't come. Yeah. Oh, I really feel so bad for Meghan. You know, her brother, well, a half brother and half sister, just. Oh, yeah, Prince Andrew is the Duke of York, I think. Is he? Yeah, I think he is, yeah. Yeah, Eugene is getting married there, but it won't be a big. Yeah. No, God, no, she wouldn't want them stirring up trouble. Can you imagine? I mean, there's always somebody at a wedding, isn't there, that, you don't want there. Somebody who doesn't know how to behave. And I don't think they would know how to behave. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have much patience for a half-sister. Or a brother, for that matter. I mean, she's been milking it for all she can get out of it, hasn't she, that sister? Yeah. I only had people at my wedding that I really wanted, because I get on with my relations. I can't say that there was anybody at my wedding that I didn't want to be there. Oh, good evening, Marisa. My wedding wasn't a huge affair. Yeah, you can choose your friends, but not your family. Most of my family are quite nice people. And, you have to run. Sorry, Alita. Yeah. Hi, Lena. Yeah, there was only, I don't think there was anybody that wouldn't sit next to anybody at my wedding. No, I don't think so. I didn't have to space them out, because they didn't get on with who, Can't remember any of that, actually. I think my relatives must be very well behaved. I can't remember any family feuds in my family. Well, no big ones. We all have squabbles, don't you? We all have rows, don't you? But there's no big family feuds where people don't talk to each other. I don't think there's any of that in my family at all. Or there never was. I mean, unfortunately, most of my uncles and aunties have now died, so I've got cousins who I don't know as well because there's so many of them, Yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, my son's actual wedding was on the Friday. I think I've told you this story before. Where they were going to get married on the Saturday, they found out it didn't have a wedding license. So they still wanted to use it for the wedding. So they actually got married on the Friday. There was just them dressed in jeans and a t-shirt that got married at the registry office with a couple of friends. And nobody at the actual wedding knew that they weren't being married on that day. I mean, the ceremony went ahead as a wedding. It just wasn't legal, but the legal bit was done the day before. So they are legally married. It's just that they wouldn't have been if they hadn't got married before. Right, okay, Katrina. I'll catch you later. So my son actually has got 2 wedding days. Oh yeah, my fascinator. Yes, I'm wearing it for the wedding. I've only worn it once before for someone else's wedding. So I decided I would put it on today. It's not the kind of thing you go about doing your shopping in, is it really? But I thought, hey ho, I'm going to wear it. I went to the wedding just because I was only watching it from the TV. It was still. I know, Lena, I would rather I would have loved to have seen all the outfits, instead of them keep flashing past on the TV. Yeah. I will even buy a magazine, which I don't normally buy because they're so expensive. But I will even buy a magazine if it's got the photographs of all the guests' clothes, yeah, and the hats. Yeah, there were some lovely hats. There were some weird ones as well, though, wasn't there? There was. See, I didn't even see Oprah come in. I must have missed her. So I would like to see that. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the dresses were plain, but they were just very well cut, weren't they? I mean, you could tell the class, you know what I'm saying, by the cut of the dresses. Yeah. Yeah, we do need to see it again. It'll be on again. I'm sure it will. I just want to see what everybody had on. But if you watch it again, they'll just be the same, cutting off, talking to people in the. They were just talking to people, weren't they? Asking their opinions and stuff like that. And I just wanted to see the clothes. I'm sure when William's wedding was, they just fast, they concentrated more on seeing people arriving, didn't they? And they were discussing who they were, what they were wearing. Thank you, Jilly Beans. Yeah, you see, I didn't watch the beginning of it, I have to confess. I got up a little late. And by the time I'd had my breakfast and got dressed and that, it was, well, a lot of the guests had actually arrived, yeah. So, yeah, I actually missed Oprah. Oh, dear. Maybe if he didn't have any comments, well, it would be bad, wouldn't it? Because I just wanted to know who people were. I was like, who's that? Who's that? I sort of vaguely recognize them. Who are they? Well, his wig was on straight, wasn't it? You got to give him that. Yeah, I wanted to know who was who and who was wearing what and where they got the dress from and what designer it was. I just wanted to know all of that because I'm nosy and I'm sort of, although I'm not fashionable, I'm just like into looking at fashion and, seeing what's in and what's everybody's wearing. And yeah, I just like that sort of thing. Maybe it's a woman's thing, I don't know whether it is or I don't think any man is interested in, what the bride's wearing or what her mother's wearing or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Prince Charles was talking to Meghan's mum, wasn't he? Which was, I think he probably knew that she felt a bit out of it, but they have welcomed her into the family. Whether they would have done the same thing if her dad had turned up, I don't know. I mean, I looked at his photographs in the newspapers and that, and yeah. Oh, hi, Kelly. Looked at Mr. Markle's photographs, and he looked a little bit of an old tramp, to be honest with you. Yeah, I must admit that Princess Anne's daughter, Zara, she looked a bit wobbly, didn't she? On her high heels. I didn't like her outfit, that dark blue thing she had on, but maybe she just wanted to fade into the background because she looks about almost Jew, doesn't she? Oh, hi, Lisa. In Alaska, is it cold up there? Oh, God, Lena, yeah, I gave all my high heels to charity. When I decided not to have any more surgery on my spine, I thought, there's no way. No way I'm ever going to get into 3 and 4 inch heels ever again. So the last time I wore high heels was at my niece's wedding. Oh, hi, Adina. Yeah, that's a white and pink. Oh, it's a bit brisk, yes. My neck support gives me even more of a double chin than I have before, but at least it's got rid of the headache. It's got magnets in the back of it. I don't know how it works, but it seems to work. Yeah, I've been doing another one while I was watching this one on the back here. Maybe I should charge more for it because I was crocheting it while the wedding was on. That's what I'm making at the moment. It's sort of white and gold and Diana's brother. Could have been his wife. He's had a couple, hasn't he? Lord Spencer. Yeah, I've got to sew all the ends in, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got both pieces done. It just needs neck and everything. Oh no, they weren't ugly. Most of them were nice. Yeah. And at the moment I'm crocheting for an order. Ooh. And I know where my hook is. Found my hook, it's on the floor now. Okay, Kim. I'll see you later. Who's gone great? Oh, Diana's brother. Well, he's not that young anymore, is he? I mean, Diana would have been what? She'd have been alive. She would have been in her 50s, surely. I don't know. No, I'm making this a cardigan. It looks a bit big, but it's all in one up to the armholes. It's with the cotton on. I love this James C. Brett. She would be 54, would she? Yeah. I knew she would have been in her 50s, so I think her brother was older than her, so that's probably why he's grey. My being Earl Spencer now is probably a lot of stress and strain. Oh, we all say 56, 54, 57. We're having a bet. We're having a lottery on it. Hang on, when I get my crochet hook, it's disappeared. Oh, how did I watch the processional? I watched it on the TV. Yeah. I love this cotton. Yeah, it's a cotton mix actually. It's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it's yeah. The tiara was supposed to be, I think it was Queen Mary's from the 1800s. Can you imagine going in there and they saying to her, "Well, which one would you like to?" Yeah, it could have been Queen Mary. Yeah. Which one would you like to wear? And she's like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one shall I have?" Oh, they were speculating that she would have worn Diana's, but I didn't think she would. She might wear it on another occasion, but not for a wedding. I don't know whose Diana's was. It was somebody else's before it was Diana's. I mean, all the jewellery's all passed down, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, a lot of the Queen's jewellery, she was given it. Yeah, it was from the 1800 and something, I think. The tiara. Could have been Queen Mary, now you come to think about it. I would have liked to have gone in there to choose my tiara from the royal jewels. Ooh. Which jewels would you like to wear today? Imagine them in the middle of in the vault, wherever they keep it, because they obviously keep it very secure. Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of Queen Mary, but I think she died before I was born. She was quite a dowager lady, if I remember from photographs. Was she the Queen's great grandmother? I think maybe. I don't know who Queen Mary was married to. Don't know. Forgot. Might have been Edward. The first Edward, not the one who abdicated, the first one before that. I have a lovely old book that was my dad's, with photographs of the royal family. The stone in my brooch is probably plastic. It's nothing fancy, believe me. It's not a real one. It's just what do they call them? Fashion brooch, isn't it? Yeah. The sermon was nice, but it went on a bit long, didn't it? I mean, I thought he'd never shut up. I kept thinking, oh, he's winding down now. Because he said, about 3/4 way through, he said, well, I guess I better stop now and get you to married. And then he carried on for about another quarter of an hour. I think a lot of the royal family were looking a bit bored, you know. He was a bit fire and brimstone. Eugenie and her sister, can't remember what she's called it. They were trying not to laugh. They were giggling. Yeah. You've heard him a lot longer than that. Oh, gosh. Okay, Tina. Oh, 3 hours of a sermon. Oh, no, I'd have had to shut him up. I'd have had to say, right, enough. Normally, our sermons in churches are normally only about half an hour. I think he was making the most of it, whoever he was. Yeah, can you imagine? I didn't see any Portaloos, did you? Oh, Diana would have loved it, yeah. Apart from Camilla. I could just see her sitting across the pews, can't you, glaring at her. Oh, dear. I mean, my son was really good. He sat me and his dad on the same table. You would have thought he would have moved us around a bit. I mean, there's no animosity between me and my ex anymore, but I mean, even so, I didn't really want to sit looking at him all through the wedding, him and his new woman. I would have preferred to have sat somewhere else. I don't think you missed much, April. It's always awkward, isn't it, with exes? I mean, they sat Fergie on her own, didn't they? She didn't sit with her daughters and obviously not with her ex-husband. But he's never married again, Andrew. Thought he might have done. Yeah, Catholic services do go on a bit, don't they? I don't know whether... I don't think there'd be much interest in Eugenie. They might televise a bit of it, but I don't think it'll be on national TV. They might show highlights of it. But I mean, she's not a major royal, is she? Oh, look. Already. I've only been on, what, 38 minutes and already I'm yawning, yeah. Anita, you're not going to watch that sermon again, eh? He's a bit fire and brimstone, isn't he? I started off listening to him and I'm afraid I tuned out about halfway through. I thought, oh, get on with it. Hello, Louie. Well, it was on 2 channels in the... I don't know about any other channels in the UK. Oh, look, I've started already now. Oh, he probably did bring a good message out, Kelly, but it just went on a bit much. No, I didn't see any of the festivities after the ceremony. I must admit, I went shopping after that, but it changed to the football after that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who's older. I'd have to guess. Ooh. Well, I got mine, you see. I'm wearing my Fascinators, Zoe. So obviously I went when you didn't. But I did fly back, of course, because otherwise I wouldn't have got back here in time. I wanted to see the inside where they all were eating the dinners and seeing what they were having and stuff, but they never film. Yes, of course it was a private helicopter, yeah. But they never film anything inside, do they? They don't film people eating and that. Oh, oh my goodness, I'm still yawning. Any royal family member I'd like to have tea with? Well, it would have been Diana, but she's no longer with us, so probably Wills or Harry. I don't know. I didn't stay to watch the balcony kiss. They kissed on the steps, but they didn't go back to Buckingham Palace, did they? Because they were at Windsor Castle, and I don't think they have a balcony. They kissed on the steps as they were coming out of the church. Yeah, I think Harry would be a lot of fun. Yeah, they were interviewing somebody who'd known Harry from being a small boy, and they said he was a very naughty little boy. He was always pulling his tongue out at photographers when he was little. His war stories, yeah. He loved being in the army, but when they leaked who he was and where he was, then they had to. This is ridiculous. I haven't even been on an hour yet. Um, when they leaked who he was and where he was, then it was too much of a risk for him to stay in the army because they thought he'd get killed by the insurgents or whatever they call them. Yeah, I think they would like to investigate their mother's death, but it's just to hit blank. Yeah, it would have been dangerous for anybody he was with. Yeah. So that's why he had to leave. I think he was a bit upset he had to leave the army. But somebody leaked him. What was he called? Harry Wales or something, or Harry Windsor? I don't know what he was called when he was in the army. But what he's doing now, I think, is very good. The Invictus Games and things like that. He's. You're back again, Brittany. Um, he's not like forgotten his army career and background. He's still involved in the Invictus Games. He's supposed to be going. They're supposed to be going in November, aren't they? Him and Meghan. Unless, of course, she gets pregnant in between. Because she is 36, so she might get a move on, if you know what I mean. Because they both want a family, don't they? So I don't think it'll be long before they announce it. You're back too as well, Tina, yeah. Yeah. They both announced their desire to have children, so I don't think she'll wait too long because she's 36. So her biological clock should be ticking. Don't think it's the done thing, is it, for the royal family to go in for? They might adopt. I don't know. It's not really a royal tradition, unless it's a member of the royal family. No, I think she'll have babies of her own if she gets a move on. But of course, they'll have the best of all treatment, won't they? I'm not saying they'll go IVF, but she'll have all the sort of treatment that money can buy. Not like us poor souls. No, I don't remember anybody in the royal family adopting. Maybe back in the ages they might have adopted another member of the royals' child if something happened to them, you know. But I don't think they would adopt a stranger's baby. You know, I can't see them being like Madonna, you know, adopting kids from all over the place. Wouldn't be the done thing. You never know. You never know. No, it's not an option for us. When I was having my babies, like there was nothing like IVF or anything. Man, I wouldn't have wanted all four. I just wanted another one. I wouldn't have wanted them all my babies to survive. I wouldn't want four. It's all right for the royal family. They've got nannies and money and everything. But four children with a normal wage and family is a little much to cope with. Whee! Yeah, little Prince Louis was probably snoozing away. Yeah, IVF. I should imagine if they did go down the IVF route, they would do it very quietly. Yeah, Lena. I would have liked one of my four. I mean, I've got one, so I can't complain. I have got one child, a boy. But the other babies didn't have a chance either, no. Still, I've got to be thankful I did get the one. I shouldn't be yawning, you know. Oh, bonsoir. Comment ça va? Not answering me. Oh, you très bien. Très bien aussi. Gosh, my French is going way back many, 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 many moons ago when I was at school. Never been used since. It's still in a rusty pile in my head somewhere. You can't stay long, Zoe. Where are you going? One of your programs you want to watch? Oh, hello, Tyler. Where would they live? They're living close by to Windsor, I think. It did say where they were living. Or is it in Buckingham Palace? They're living in one of the stately homes anyway, an apartment or whatever, where most of the royals live. Buckingham Palace is so huge that there's so many people that live in there, yeah. Oh, yes, I'd like a coffee, thank you, Zoe. Oh, they're going to live in Kensington Palace, are they? Yeah, quite a lot of the royals have got apartments, so everything. Oh, yes, hot chocolate would be nice. You've just got here, have you, Tyler? Well, we were just discussing the royal wedding after, really. After the church, where did they go? I think they went to the wedding reception, which was, I think it's in Windsor Castle. I would imagine. Wonder what they had, what the menu was. I wonder if they'll publish it. I'd like to know what they ate. It was supposed to be concocting a menu that was incorporating British traditions as well as US traditions, but I don't think they would have had a hamburger. Yep. I wonder if Christina's on here and not able to comment again. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, the part where they got married. No, I don't think they said where they just said they were having a delayed honeymoon. But they didn't say where they were going to go. Oh, she's having a tough time commenting. I don't know why she can't comment. Somebody said she should go out and come back in again. I don't know. I haven't. She's using her iPad or something. Hi, Evie. No, I thought they may be going to honeymoon in Africa, you know, where they kind of met or something. Oh, yeah, the Royal Guard, the Horse Guard parade was gorgeous, wasn't it? I don't know why, because she did comment one week, and then after that, she's not been able to comment again. I love the Horse Guards, even with the frisky horse that nearly galloped off. But he managed to get it under control before it went off down the whatever it is, the mole thing on its own. I know that when I go on my what is it, a tablet, I can see the videos, but I can't see any of the comments or comment when I'm on my tablet. That's why I don't watch it. I'm all right on my tablet when I'm just doing like a Google Hangout, but I can't go. Well, I can watch live videos, but I can't comment or see anybody else's comments, which is a bit daft. Yeah, the horses and the carriages, they are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, that's why I don't use my tablet hardly ever. All right, okay, thanks, Zoe. While you're going off, just leave it there and we'll help ourselves. Yes, she is, yeah. I was watching, what's she called? Crafty Crochet Corner or something she's called, Hannah. She went on a sewcation. Like most of the people were sewing, but she was doing her crocheting. And they hired a cottage, you know, where they all stayed. And I thought, oh, how nice would that be? But with our lot, we'd need to hire a mansion, not a little cozy cottage. We wouldn't fit in one of them. But it would be nice. Yeah, cozy cottage, Hannah. Yeah. Would be nice to do that. But well, the thing is, these cottages are expensive. And if you get a massive one, like that would fit, I don't know how many people in it, it would make it a bit expensive because we'd all have to chip in, obviously, for the rent bit. And somebody would have to cook unless we went out for every meal because I can't cook. I might manage an egg on toast in the morning, but that's about it. I'm definitely not a cook at all. I used to do a lot of cooking, but now I can't stand long enough to do it. Yeah, you do a bit of cooking, yeah. Give me a break on Costa, yeah. The menu for food, though, is a bit limited Costa, isn't it? You're all right for a snack there, or a light lunch, isn't it? But you can't really eat there. Well, not at our Costas anyway. It's just a bit of a toasty things and sandwiches they sell. Oh, I had to take my shoes off and put my feet on me. What they call them, a footrest. Yeah, I'd like to go to a cottage if somebody else going to cook for me while I just sit there. Magic transport you to the UK. No, I can't magic transport me anywhere you need to. I wish I could actually, because I'd go down to see Zoe and different places I'd go to. You know, if I had. Oops, let me come a bit closer. Oh, so I don't think I'd manage it to the US because of my legs and my back. I couldn't sit still on a plane for that long. Unless, of course, I was in the business class, you know, which I should imagine costs a zillion pounds. You know, where you can get to put your feet up and lie down and stuff like that. I could manage that then. But that's never going to happen unless I win the lottery. And they've done the lottery tonight and they haven't phoned me, so I guess I'm not a big winner. The UK is a lovely place. I wouldn't want to come to the US. I would like to visit the US, but not to live there. I like living in the UK. But I suppose it's because that's what I'm used to. People who live in the US would probably rather stay there. I've never had the yen to emigrate, much to my husband's dismay. He wanted to go to Canada with his work, but the baby was 6 weeks old, I think, at the time he wanted to go, and I just didn't want to leave my mum and everything. I was having postnatal depression, and I just didn't want to uproot myself and go to some place what I didn't know, and I didn't know anyone, and he never forgave me for that, actually, because the people who went to live in Canada got on really well and they really bettered themselves, if you know what I mean. But no. If he'd have asked me when my son was maybe 2 or 3 years old, I might have thought about it. But, you know, asking a postnatal depressed woman with a 6-week-old baby is not a good thing to do. When I was hovering between wanting to kill everyone and trying hard to be a good mum, you know. I had it really bad, postnatal depression. But they didn't call it then. They didn't recognise it then. But no, I wanted my mum. Wanted to stay home near my mum. I don't think my ex had as big a connection, you know, with his parents as I did with mine because he was adopted. And I don't think he had that bond that I had with my mum and dad. I was sort of super glued to them, you know. I've never been a courageous sort of person. You know, some people have got itchy feet and they want to hike around the world, don't they? And, you know, with a backpack or something. But I've never been that kind of person. I've just been, I go places on holiday and, you know, I wouldn't mind if I could have afforded a holiday villa somewhere, you know, and just go for visits, but actually still live in the UK. I don't think I could ever, you know, emigrate and go and live in Spain or somewhere like that. Some people do it quite, I mean, my son did. My son did it quite happily. He was there for 4.5 years. But, all right, okay, Melrose. We'll see you another time, probably, maybe, hopefully. So we'll say goodbye to you for now. Yeah, I'm trying to get on with this because it's an order. My lady's been waiting for it for a while because I was waiting for my order coming. I've got 2 new colours that came today. And I think I know which one the lady will choose. Because the one that came is very dark. What's that? Peyton's Fab. I think that's too dark. But I like this one. It was the most expensive of all. So you might know I would like it. This is King Cole Cotton Soft. But I think that's more the colour actually. It's more of a bluey purple. The ladies ordered a little, you know, the short sleeve top that, what was she called? Lena Lovegood or something from Harry Potter. I think even that's a bit, well, it looks more purpley actually. It's a bluey purple. Well, you can see when you put purple next to it, can't you? So I think that's going to be the colour she'll choose, but I need to ask her to choose a colour before I can start that. And then I've got another order, but she hasn't come back to me with the colour yet. I sent her a picture of... These are not for me. They're just... Well, one of them will be for me, won't it? Because she won't want both of them. But I do like to give me customers a choice. And my customers always seem to want a colour that I don't actually have in stock. Which is kind of, you know, that's why I like making things myself and hoping to sell them, you know, because that way I'm using up my stash. I mean, the one behind me, the white and pink one, the armholes are actually a little bit big, actually. I think they're going to have to wear a vest, you know, or a boob tube top underneath it. Because otherwise it would show you. I might be wrong, I haven't tried it on. Because I think it's too small. I don't like trying things on that are too small because I don't want to stretch them. So maybe I'll try it on the mannequin and see what it looks like. We'll see. But yeah, I need to spend the whole day not doing anything except crochet. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I need to make a video. Actually, I've not made a video for whenever, about a week or so. Because I haven't seen Sue. I think I was waiting this week to see if Sue turned up, and she didn't, so I didn't make a video. So I need to. Oh, I'm getting hot now with this on. Take it off. My headache's gone now. That's what it is. It's just a little neck thing, and it's got magnets inside. I don't know whether you can see them or not. Magnets. Don't ask me why it works. To get rid of my... I get headaches, but from my neck, if you know what I mean. So it seems to have worked. The headache's gone now anyway. Simply Crochet 69. I don't know. I don't always buy Simply Crochet because is it Simply Crochet that has too many amigurumis in it? There's one I don't, or is it Crochet Now that has those in? I don't know. Oh, the big one with the elephant head. Yeah. I don't know whether it's still available. Maybe on... Yeah, I was just going to say on eBay, maybe. Or get in touch with Simply Crochet to see if they do any back issues. Yeah, well, the digital one, you don't get the beads and that, do you, to do it? Well, would you if you get a digital? Because you need all those beads and things to do the elephant head. Yeah. I tend to give all my stuff away, the beads and everything. I don't usually keep them. They usually go to somebody. So I'm sure I've not still got them. I'm a demon for, getting rid of everything to other people who want them. Anybody here got Simply Crochet issue 69? Because Donna wants the beads. She's got the magazine. She just wants the beads, yeah? That came free. You're going to bed now, Kelly? Okie dokie. I'll speak to you Monday, maybe, if you can look if they've got any white fabric for me bags, yeah? If you go to the fabric shop. I'm actually going to try and do the bags next week. But 2 of the bags are plain white, and I just haven't got any plain white fabric to line them with. I've got every colour under the sun, but not white. Yeah, okay, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, if you have a good look. Just plain white I need for lining. Doesn't have to be lining material, just white cotton will do, or white anything. But just plain white, yeah. This is where I miss being able to go, up to Berry Market and places like that where they sell fabrics. Or even down to Abercarn. By the time I've got a taxi down there and everything, it finishes up not being cheap material, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? I'll go in a taxi to Manchester. I've got other things to get, but not just to get a metre of fabric. Because I'd finish up in Abercarn buying more yarn that I don't need. So I'm glad I've got my crochet to do tonight. Maybe I can bob on with it a bit while I'm talking. Maybe it'll stop me nodding off. Oh, honestly. I nod off about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yes, Jennifer, do you like it? I've got my fascinator on for the wedding, yes. I was invited via my television. So as soon as I've only worn it once for a wedding, I thought I'd bring it out of retirement. It's not many times you can wear it, is there? You can't exactly. Yeah. You can't exactly wear it to go shopping, can you? Not bobbing into Tesco's wearing a fascinator. They might think I was more weird than I already am. Yeah. I mean, I think they all think I'm weird anyway because I'm usually wearing my gypsy stuff, which I have to be so careful for because my gypsy skirts get caught in the wheels of my scooter. I already ripped one. Luckily, I can repair it, I think. Your mum got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch it. I slept over, so I missed a lot of the beginning of it. I missed Oprah Winfrey coming in and everything. I think I must have been making my breakfast when she arrived. Oh, you didn't want to watch it, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jean. Oh, I love any weddings. I would have watched anybody's wedding. It wasn't that it was Harry's, but I love all the pomp and the circumstance and the lovely gowns and the hats and the flowers. I just love it all. It's just the atmosphere. And Windsor Castle is so lovely. Yes, she did look. I didn't think she'd wear a meringue or anything like that. I thought she would wear something more simple. Can't beat a nice simple gown, at least it won't date. When she's looking at her wedding photographs in about 25 years' time, she won't think, what on earth was I wearing? Oops, I've got an itch now and I can't get to it. Ooh. I'm surprised my fascinator's still on because it's only fastened on with a little comb. And every time I move my head, it bobbles about. Yeah, I wanted to people watch, but some twit kept talking to people in the studio. And, oops, you wore a princess. Oh, the princess cut. Point West. Yeah, my dress was fairly plain when I got married. I didn't go for the frou-frou and the lace and the beads and the stuff. Mine was just white crepe, but it did have the pure lace sleeves and a trimming on the edge of the train. I think the woman in the shop was quite disappointed. I didn't pick anything more fancy. But I knew when I saw it that that was the one I wanted. I didn't want a big fancy thing. Well, it still fit you. I don't know when. Mine got cut up to make an Angel Gabriel costume. Yeah, I didn't want to keep it, so I gave it to my sister-in-law. She cut it up to make a little Angel Gabriel costume. I like those twins at the. One of them was yawning his head off at the back when he was picking up the tray. Yes. Oh, for angel babies, yeah. No, mine went to make. Well, Angel Gabriel, mine was. Well, I knew I wouldn't be wearing mine again. And I had it in the wardrobe, and every time I looked at it, it just reminded me of a big mistake I made. So I just got rid of it. She wanted something white. Oh, he had missing teeth, did he? I didn't notice that. I noticed the one who was yawning his head off. One of the twins at the back that was holding a train. I don't know whose kids they were. But Harry's got a lot of godchildren, so could be one of those. At least she didn't have a matron of honour like Kate did, who stole the show. I mean, Pippa looks so gorgeous. Yeah. Whatever they say about Diana, she really loved her kids. I mean, I know she had her difficulties and her problems and that, but she really loved those boys. It must have broke her heart to leave them, and leave them with their dad. Yeah. Did you see her doing a little wave, Princess Charlotte? Yeah. She's growing up to be a right little princess. George is not that struck, is he? But I think somebody was holding George's hand probably to keep him from getting into mischief. He looks a little mischievous, doesn't he? But Charlotte's going to be a little diva, I think, the way she was waving to everybody. Yeah, I think Charles. I mean, I wasn't keen on Charles as the way he treated um, Diana, but when she died, he did step up to the plate, didn't he? And no, well, I sort of knew Charles as he was growing up, and in the army and stuff like that. Oh, that's lovely, yeah. My son did that at his wedding. He left a seat for um, Trish's mum because obviously she passed away. Um, so there was an empty seat at the front for the wedding that was meant for Trish's mum. And I think she put her, I might be mistaken, I can't remember. I think she put either some of the flowers from a bouquet. Uh-huh. Prince Charles is in his 60s somewhere now, isn't he? I don't know where he is. He's younger than me. He must be in his mid to late 60s now, I think, Prince Charles. Yes, she was, unfortunately, Meghan's mum. But, I mean, Prince Charles was talking to her, you know, when she came into the wedding at first. He was having a good chat with her before she sat down. I think it would have been more awkward for her if, you know, her husband, her ex-husband, had turned up. I mean, she wouldn't have wanted to sit next to him, would she? I know, but that must have been her choice. She probably got an invitation that included, you know, another, you know how they do, a plus one. But she obviously didn't choose to bring anyone with her. I think she would have been too overwhelmed to walk Meghan down the aisle like they suggested. And I think it was all a bit much for her. She's not used to all that sort of thing. No, she didn't invite anyone. Well, would you have wanted? He's 69. Yeah, I thought he's younger than me. I thought that. I mean, Susan, would you have wanted to invite that stepsister and stepbrother? I know I wouldn't. Yeah, I think her dad was the only one that she invited, apart from her mum. Yeah, I can't blame her. I wouldn't want them. The half sister, yeah, she's a nasty piece of work. Her. She's just trying to cash in on it, isn't she? His half sister. I don't know. We won't know, will we? Whether he's been in hospital or he hasn't. Maybe he just felt like he couldn't, you know. But that was all his other daughters doing, wasn't it? All that paparazzi stuff. She told him to do it all. Sell his story on, you know. They kept asking her, did he get paid for it? And the Mulrooney Page boys. Yeah, I don't know who they were, the Mulroonies. Yeah, whatever the family feuds have been, let's hope they're all put to rest now. I mean, people in the press were saying, why didn't Meghan go and visit her father? But, I mean, he's down in, is it Mexico or somewhere he is? I mean, you have to get cleared to go down there, you know. No, well, I mean, they're not her actual sisters and brothers. They're only half. So I don't see what the fuss is all about. They don't get on, they don't get on, you know. I know. I think they're just a dramatic family, aren't they? You know, they like to milk everything out to the best for the publicity, and they're probably getting paid for the stories, aren't they? Which just shows what they're like as people. You know, you don't dish the dirt on your sister and expect to get paid for it and then expect to get invited to the wedding. Yeah, you do always get one, yeah. Well, she didn't get invited to the first wedding, so that should have told her something. She kept twisting that round, saying, well, they probably didn't invite me because they knew my wheelchair wouldn't do sand. Yeah, right, okay. They didn't invite you because they didn't want you. End of. What gets me, though, is all these stories that get printed in the US, like the Queen hates Meghan. And, you know, I mean, and you're thinking, no, the Queen can't hate Meghan. If the Queen didn't like Meghan, she wouldn't be getting married to Harry, that's for sure. Oh, I had a lovely day, thank you, Deborah. Yes, I watched it on the TV, and now I'm wearing my hat in the honour, my fascinator in the honour. I mean, I don't think Meghan spoke to her sister for years before the wedding anyway. Oh, let me sit back in my chair, I'm getting backache. So it's not as if it's a surprise thing. Oh, I'm lucky when I got married. At least I didn't have any family feuds. Yeah, I haven't made a video this week for YouTube. I kept hoping that Sue would come this week and spur me on to make one, but I haven't seen her, so I'll have to make one. I need to catch up with one. Maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling in the mood. When I get up and have a shower, etc. This fascinator is making my head itch for some reason. I think your press is slightly more dramatic than our press is. Yeah, there's been no drama with Meghan and the royal family. All this, she has upset the Queen. No, she didn't. Or Harry's been told not to marry her. No, he didn't. We're all like, what? She's saying all this rubbish for. Fake news, yeah, you're right there. We get fake news as well, I know, but not as much as they do in the US, I think. I used to like reading, was it The Inquirer? Because it was all full of all sorts. The Martians have landed, or this is a half Martian baby, and stuff like that. It used to be so funny. It was all full of all sorts of rubbish. And then, was it called the National Enquirer or something? It was such a laugh. The internet, Facebook is always killing people off that haven't died, aren't they? You know, such a has died, and then you go, no, or they died like 3 years previous. Yeah, that inquiry used to be hilarious. And it was always on about UFOs, wasn't it? And the Martians are living amongst us. I'm sure if they were, they would look like us. They would have blended in by now. Oh, you're back, Katrina. Righty ho. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think It's not so much that people don't want Charles to be king. I just don't think they're keen on Camilla. You know, she'll always be seen as the other woman, I think, yeah. Yeah, once Diana left the sort of protection of the royal family, they hounded her. I mean, they were to blame for her death by hounding her, the paparazzi hounding her and chasing her down that tunnel and that. Oh, aliens and a bat boy, yeah. Yeah. You know, well, you get it on Facebook, don't you? Half pig, half human, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's been all sorts of rumours circulating about Diana being killed, but they're not, you know, they've not been substantiated. The driver was drunk and he was driving too fast to get away from the paparazzis. And yeah, so, oh dear, we're getting the trolls out now. We're being trolled. Oh, God. Stop it, the lot of you. Buzz off. Oh, stop it, the lot of you. What are you doing this for? It's just so stupid. Just ignore them. Are you enjoying yourselves, people? Because we can't be bothered. I'm not even reading them, so you can just witter on. I'm not even reading them. Just carry on with your little selves. I'm just going to ignore you. I don't know what you're bothering doing it for, because you're not bothering me at all. All you're doing is making yourself look utterly stupid. Whatever you want to do, if you want to read, carry on wittering. I'm just going to carry on chatting as if you're not there, because I'm not looking at you. Hopefully they'll get fed up soon and go away. They probably think it's funny. Anyway, where were we? What were we talking about? Hats. I'm not even going to bother trying to read it because it's just annoying. Little kids. Yeah, I know, Katrina, yeah. I'm not even bothering to read it. They're just whizzing past, and whatever they're saying is just whizzing right by. hats are formal, you know, especially for weddings and things like that. Yeah. Um, they've gone out of use, I think, for just ordinary everyday use, like they used to be. 30s and 40s, everybody wore a hat. Yeah. But I think it's just changed now for special occasions, unless it's a woolly hat, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I would wear a hat to a wedding. Yeah. Yeah. Why do little kids think it's amusing to witter on like this? Don't you have anything better to do in Romania? Feel sorry for them if this is all they've got to do. This is fun. I really have enjoyed today. Yes, Gina, I have. I don't know. I wish I could lip read you, because it would have been funny to see what Harry and Wills were chatting about. Yeah. Oh dear. When do you think they'd have got bored by now? The worst raid. Is this supposed to be funny having a raid on people? Is it supposed to be? Because you're not bothering me. Do I do much in the garden? No, I don't. I've got a gardener actually. I can't do the stuff I used to do. Why do they do that? Why do they do a raid? Are they just too bored to get on with their lives or what? No, I mean, what? I don't understand what fun they get out of it. You know, they just, yeah, because they're idiots, yeah. I mean, why did they sort of suddenly decide to just raid a channel or something like that? It's so silly. Let's hope they've gone on to somebody else by now. Do they think they're going to make you angry or something, or start shouting at them? Or what? Yeah, go play video games. Go and leave. Oh, right, Romania. Go buzz off, Romania. Oh, gosh, yes, I forgot we are trolls, yeah. Do I make tutorials? No, I don't. No. Right. Can we go back to normal now? You got to go for a nap today. I will probably go for a nap as well, don't I? What have I been doing today? I'm doing this actually at the moment. I know it looks a bit huge, but it's a lady's cardigan and it's all in one. Till I get to the armholes and then I divide it. I'm not into blankets, as you know. I don't have the patience for them. Oh, God. Why have we got Adolf Hitler? Something like that. Yeah, I like doing a bit of plain crochet while I'm chatting because, oh gosh, yeah. Where's all my spanners tonight? They're not in, are they? I would imagine the newlyweds will be hounded to death because that's what they do, unfortunately. How do you earn a spanner? You earn a spanner when I give you one. There you go. You've got a spanner now. Yes, I think we all enjoyed the wedding. You can all have a spanner. Everybody has a spanner. That way we can, I think the raid's gone now. I think they've got bored. I wonder if they hope that they'll overload the channel and then it will shut down or something. Do you think that's what they're aiming for? A Rwanda. No, I think a Rwanda is like where it's like a back and two fronts straight into like a sort of a kaftan now. Yeah, that young guy playing the cello. He was only 19. What big sort of nervousness for him. Yeah, that was Megan's request. Yeah, trolls beware. We're after you. My favourite part, I think, was when they were saying their wedding vows and they just kept exchanging glances and they were like smiling, almost having the giggles. Yeah. No, Elton John didn't perform, thankfully. He was in the audience, if you know what I mean, congregation. Yeah, they went a bit crazy, didn't they? I think hopefully now they've gone. I don't know what they aim to do, whether they aim to freeze you or they aim to take your your channel down or whatever, whether they think it's funny. But it didn't bother me. I don't mind Elton John, but I didn't want him singing at the wedding. I didn't think it was appropriate, really. I noticed somebody was holding Prince George's hand all the way through it as if he was going to make a bid for freedom or something, because he looks a bit of a monkey, doesn't he? Oh, maybe he would perform at the reception. I don't know. We're not allowed in. Yeah, little kiddies don't understand how long a wedding goes on, do they? They don't. I mean, having to sit through that sermon and what, they're only 2 and 3 years old. I think that would have been enough to send me doolally. I think they took them out though, didn't they? I don't think they were in the church. I think they took them out and out of a side room or something. Well, perhaps he was unhappy because nobody asked him to sing. At least there was no screaming kids there, was there? The only little ones there were the page boys and that. Yeah, well, they would have got too bored, wouldn't they? They'd have started fidgeting and being naughty, wouldn't they? You can't expect a kiddie to sit through a whole wedding and a sermon and hymns and everything. They were far too young for that. That may be why there was an empty seat next to William. Maybe they thought Catherine would come back, but she'd probably just stayed with the kids. What am I making? I'm making a cardigan for a customer, but it's all in one up to the armholes, which is why it looks so big. Yeah, I think Zara Phillips looked a little bit uneasy. Mind you, she's what, about 8.5 months pregnant or something. I know, I thought Prince Charles was going to sleep when that pasta was going on there. I thought, William, poke your dad. I thought he's going to sleep. Well, I must admit, I was going, yeah, I was sitting there going, come on, hurry up, shut up. No, it was too long of a service for little ones to sit still, especially with that bloke going on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it might have been a nice sermon if you were in church, but it was a wedding, for goodness sake. Could have got a move on. The church my step granddaughter got married at, they have a little area at the back that's glassed walled, and they've got microphones so that they you can hear the service going on, but the people in the congregation can't hear all the kids screaming, which I think is a good idea. It means that you're not constantly shushing your kids. Oh, for God's sake, we've got another one here. Now the messages are all frozen now. Yeah, Prince Charles. I mean, he's getting on a bit, isn't he? For goodness sake, he's not the spring chicken he was. So, I suppose like everybody else, he's getting old. Now they all lose their hair. Royal family trait. Poor Harry looked as though he had less hair than usual. Man, it wouldn't do good, was it, for the royal family to have toupees, you know? Not like Elton. Can't imagine William going around with a big head full of hair. Although he could put a wig on if he wanted to go out, couldn't he? Incognito. He could put a wig and a false beard on, and then nobody would know it was him. Can't do that with Harry because Harry's already got a beard. Looks like the messages are frozen. I'll just see if they're frozen. Yeah, the messages are frozen. Well, I hope you can all hear me because it looks like everything's frozen. I shall carry on talking and hope that you can hear me because all the messages are frozen. I sent one just to make sure that they were frozen, and they are because my message hasn't gone through. It's all those dipsticks that come on. Frozen me messages. You're probably all there saying, we're trying to answer you, we're trying to send you a message, but nothing's happening. I don't know whether if I turn the comments off and then whether I can turn them back on again, I don't know. Let's have a little look. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know whether it's working or it's not. Let's see if it's working. No, it's not working. The chat stopped working for some reason or another. And I don't know why. I don't know why. No. Oh, panic, people, if you're watching me. I will be back.